the money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletale. And here's the star of Tattletale, Bert Convey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming to see us here in the studio, and thank you for tuning us in at home. Oh, you're going to have a good time today. We have a rookie couple, someone you've never seen on Tattletales before. You've seen him a lot, though, and you're going to know who he is. And two other couples that you have definitely seen on Tattletales before, and they're back because they're so much fun here. Here they are, winning money for the blue section today. The star of The Price is Right, Mr. Bob Barker and his wife, Dorothy Joe. Winning money today for the banana section, William Shatner and his wife, Marcy Lafferty. Winning money today for the red section, he's the rookie, Mr. Pat Cooper and his wife, also a rookie, Patty Cooper. See, Pat, it takes a while for our audience to warm up. You can
I can see that.
They start kind of dull and slow. Isn't that
great?
Isn't that lovely? Let me just remind you guys before we say anything else, the object is, and it's a good way to think about it, is that I ask the ladies the question. They are answering the question the best they know how, honestly. You guys' job, your job, is to figure out how they're going to answer it. If they try to figure out how you're going to answer, you'll be here till, whatever. First things first. Next thing is The Price is Right has a new time period,
That's
and
right.
we should remind them about it.
Well, it'll be my pleasure. We're on at 10 o'clock in the East, 10 to 11 in the East now, and 9 to 10 in the West.
Right.
And not only that, Match Game, which was so popular in the afternoon, is now in the morning immediately after our show.
What's
So, at 11 o'clock in the East and 10 in the West.
Right. Now,
So if you watch at 11 o'clock in the East and at 10 o'clock in the West,
Yeah.
you can still see Gene and Brett Summers fighting on Match Game.
Yes, right. What if you live in Kansas?
If you live in Kansas,
It's on
you
radio.
probably watch it about, that's right. The picture's not good, but it's on radio in Kansas.
That's a simulcast. The times can make you crazy. People say, oh, I see you in Miami. And I say, what time? 9:30. 9:30 when? In the morning or the evening? Could be either place.
The
We have a show to do
is so
here.
long as they see.
So long as
That's
they see it. Everybody watches Price. Here we go. Ladies, the first question is for you. It's worth $150 to your rooting sections. When your husband is away, do you sleep at night better than usual, worse than usual, or the same as usual? Okay? Think it over. These guys are on the road a bit. When your husband is away, do you sleep at night better than usual, worse than usual, or the same as usual? Off you go. You're in trouble no matter what happens here. You know that, don't you, Bob, what will Dorothy Joe say?
Well, Dorothy Joe doesn't sleep, whether I'm home or whether I'm away.
She's an insomnia.
Well, no, she wakes up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock. She's up and dusting. She gets up and dusts. How? No, that she does. You? No, not me. As a matter of fact, she's dusting the house, but often she is dusting like the head of the bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I finally asked her not to do that.
Yeah.
And she's been pretty nice. She now dusts the foot of the bed. But she gets up very early in the morning, and I think that when I'm away, that she gets up even earlier. I think she sleeps. Your answers are worse, better, or just the same?
Yes.
Worse. She sleeps worse when I'm away.
When you're not there.
Yes.
So how many hours sleep a night does she get on an average?
Well, she goes to sleep about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, too, so she's still...
that means she's had a good night's
As a
rest.
matter of fact, we better hurry along. She's getting sleepy back there right now.
Past her bedtime.
No,
If you watch in New York, we're into her bedtime
She
now.
has a Spanish television show that she watches from Mexico from 8 to 9.
Yeah.
And after 9 o'clock, and of course then she's had a quart of tequila by then, too, so she gets plenty of sleep.
Yeah, okay. The answer is worse though, when you're
When
away.
I'm away,
Here she comes. No, she knew. Hello there, Dorothy Joe. When Bob is away, do you sleep at night better than usual, worse than usual, or the same as usual?
You know, it had never occurred to me to think about this, so I suppose
It must be the same.
No.
No? What did he think? He
The markers are off to their usual beginning.
No, what did he think?
He said that it would be a little worse, probably.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I thought that you told me that you did not sleep as well.
well I answer the phone. Barker always answers the phone.
That's right. I call her a lot.
4 in the morning? All right. We know all there is to know about your sleeping habits, Dorothy Joe. You'd be pleased to know that. Sorry about that. Bill, what will Marcy say?
Well, I'm away a fair amount of the time, and we have these large Dobermans roaming the property. We breed Dobermans and have a number of them, and they kind of take care of the property and mark their spots where they live.
Yes.
And a couple of them even sleep with Marcy when I'm not there. She dusts them too.
Yes.
But the dog does not take my place, I must assure you.
Oh, I'm glad.
And therefore, she does not sleep as well.
Not as well.
I don't think.
No.
I didn't either.
It's very hard to sleep when your partner's doing this all night.
That's Marcy. You should see the dog.
Okay.
No, he did that very well. I'd ask Marcy about bird contact.
Yeah, no. Those Dobermans are big. You should see them. It never does to Doberman. I've always said that. Marcy will sleep
not as well.
Worse than usual. Here she comes. Marcy, when Bill is not away, do you sleep at night better than usual, worse than usual, or the same as usual?
The only members of our family who sleep better when he's away are our dogs. No, I do not sleep as well at all.
That's correct. He said worse than usual.
The reason they sleep better is because they get to sleep with me.
Yeah,
they
right.
really love that.
I can understand that.
Hey, Marcy, bow wow.
Never mind.
Your bark is worse than your bite.
Oh, yes? Has he ever been you?
That's what I heard about.
It's murder. Pat, what will Patty say to this?
My wife is known as the zombie in pantyhose. She very rarely sleeps, my wife. But when I'm gone, I gotta say, whatever sleep she does have or do is worse when I'm not at home.
It's worse.
Yes.
You're away a lot. I mean, you're playing in clubs.
About 30 weeks a year, I would say.
30 weeks
Yes.
a year. She has plenty of practice.
And my second family in New York, they're getting crazy too.
Oh,
She
yeah.
might come along trouble. It's not easy.
We'll have them on next week and see how it goes.
They are on next week. What do you mean you're going to have them?
Sorry. Okay, you'll say worse. Here she comes. Patty, when Pat is away, do you sleep at night better than usual, worse than usual, or the same as usual?
Well, I hope he got this right now. I would say the same.
No, he said, that's very interesting.
I knew he would say the worst, because I am the worst sleeper anyway.
Yeah.
So I sleep bad when he's there, and I sleep bad when he's not there.
I see.
I didn't think
She always tells me, she says, boy, I can't wait till you go home so I can get some good sleep.
Yeah.
I sleep terrible when you're away. Now she's saying something else.
Oh.
Get the lawyers.
No, you see, that's rookie luck. I mean, it can go either way.
Oh, you mean this is on now?
This is the air.
Oh, I thought this was the rehearsal.
No, this is it. This is the real thing here.
Okay.
And you blew the first one.
Yes, I did.
A long way to go. Marcy and Bill didn't make it the whole thing for the bananas to start things off. We'll come back with question number 1 and then the second. Come back to shoot the video.
Celebrate the legend. Buzzer honors Bob Barker over 8 days, including The Price is Right, a tribute to Bob Barker. Bob Barker, celebrate the legend. All week starting at 10 on Buzzer. Let's play.
Oh, never mind, Aunt Melissa. Make it a Wonderly holiday season with 25% off at Wonderly.com.
Hello. Question number 2. This is it. If you are ready, the bananas have all the bread.
A banana sandwich.
A banana sandwich. Oh, look at them. 2 of both of them. Wow. You guys are so fast. Listen, ladies, this is for you. $150. If our magic genie came to you and offered you either money or more friends, which would you choose? Pretty good question. If our magic genie came to you and offered you either money or more friends, huh? What did I say? Oh, I just said money. Oh, if he offered you more money, or see, I just saw money and said money. I never even saw the more. If our magic genie came to you and offered you either more money or more friends, that's the way it goes. Which would you choose? Okay? Off you go. Money's money. I mean, more money is, if he offers you money, it's more than you had, isn't it? Bob? Oh, no, we'll start with Bill. What will Marcy say? More money or more friends?
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody answering more money.
You can't, eh?
No, I really can't. Either as a lie or as a truth or as a lie. I mean, imagine lying and saying... so I can't, there's just no way that Marcy's going to answer more money. She's going to say more friends. But I agree.
Okay,
I wish I could have a marvelously interesting answer for that and a snapper and a laugh.
You don't have to.
She may have a marvelously interesting answer for it.
I got a feeling the snapper was a snapper. Okay, here she goes. Marcy, if our magic genie came to you and offered you either more money or more friends, which would you choose?
More money.
No. There's your answer, sir.
We planned that.
Yeah.
We want you to do that.
Yeah, right. Yes, of course. Marcy, would you like to explain that? I think you should, because I think it's fun.
I can't. I have such wonderful friends. I don't feel the need for more. I don't have enough time for the ones I have. And so I picked money because you can't be too thin or too rich, okay?
Yeah, right. See, now remember, I asked Marcy the question. Good thought.
Yeah, but
What'd you say?
Marcy could take that answer back now
Yeah.
and substitute something else.
Yes.
There's no question she'd say more friends.
Is that right? Marcy, let me ask you again.
Now, wait a minute.
No, we can't do that. Pat, what will Patty say?
That's the easiest question you could ask me on this show.
It is.
My wife was never a money person. She never went crazy about getting money and money. But you tell her she got a friend, boy, she'll bake you a cake. We got about 400 cakes in the refrigerator. If she don't like you, she'll bake you a cake.
Really?
If you get a cavity, she'll bake you a cake. In fact, you don't even know this. There's a cake for you right now in the dressing room.
Is that right?
Yes, you just can look at it because we have to bring it to another show. She'd rather have friends.
It's good.
Yes.
You're positive.
So I'll bet anything on it.
So was Bill. Here comes Patty now. If our magic genie came to you and offered you either more money, Patty, or more friends, which would you choose?
More friends.
That's the one. You got it. The rookies are on the board. Okay. You're absolutely right. And if I'd known you were going to say that, I'd baked you a cake. Bob, what will Dorothy Joe say?
Well, until I heard Marcy's answer, I had this all figured out. But the other day, I was out in the shopping mall with Dorothy Joe, and I was in a particularly good mood, I guess. And I said, what would you like? I said, let's go. And there were ladies' shops and jewelry stores and all these. I said, let me buy you something. What would you like? She said, Barker, I really don't want anything. I just don't want anything. So we didn't buy anything. Now, knowing that, it was only a few days ago, I would say she will say more friends. So
that's it.
Turn it on and let's get it over.
Only thing you must remember is that she's had a few days to think that over.
That's right.
And now she's probably got a list.
Hey, Bob, I love your confidence.
You know how her mind works.
She's going to say, you know, come to think of it, Bob, I've got something to tell you. Here she comes. Dorothy Joe, if our magic genie came to you and offered you either more money or more friends, which would you choose?
Well, I suppose if you have enough friends, you could always make some money, so I guess it's friends.
That's what the man said. Dorothy Joe, Bob, and Patty and Pat are right. This is the half. Nice tight game at halftime, fellas. Step to the rear. We'll give you ladies out front. We'll come back for the second half in just a moment. Plenty of friends, guys.
Looking for a Medicare plan? It's easy.
Happy buzzer birthday to Music Man Bobby Van.
You got me. Hello. Second half coming up right now, as a matter of fact. And if you're ready to go, I have look at three pretty ladies with me in the front. Fellas, we have a nice close game now. See, Pat, you and Bob are tied with $75, and Bill has 150. And this one we got to move a little. Men psychologists say that a good way to stop arguing is to take off your clothes, because it's difficult to argue in the nude. Also dangerous. Have you ever argued while you were both in the nude? Yes or no? It's a good question, folks. I think the good way to stop an argument, psychologists say, is to take off your clothes, because it's difficult to argue in the nude. Have you ever argued while you were both in the nude? Yes or no? Goodbye, fellas. They're laughing pretty good. Patty, what will Pat say?
No, we've never argued in the nude.
Why
I'm
is that?
married 15 years and forget it.
It's never happened.
I mean, he knocks on the door and says, "Psst, can I come in?" I'm I'm a little shy.
You're a little shy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I couldn't argue in the nude.
No.
No, we've never argued in the nude.
Oh, that's interesting. That's probably why psychologists say it's a good way to stop an argument.
Well, you see, there you go. That's probably why we're married 15 years.
Maybe so. I mean, if you're fighting and arguing, somebody starts to take their clothes off, you could burst out laughing.
Pretty weird.
Okay, you'll say no. You never have. Here he comes. Psychologists say that a good way to stop an argument is for you to take off your clothes because it's difficult to argue in the nude, right? Have you ever argued with Patty? Have you ever argued? Oh, here's the question. Have you ever argued while you were both in the nude? Yes or no, Pat?
Yeah, I think one time her mom was there too.
What? What?
Yes, we did.
No, Patty said no.
This morning. What happened to this morning?
Oh.
Honey, you've never seen me nude.
Oh, you see, now you...
See, I learned something, Bert.
Yeah. Thank you, Pat.
It's dark, you know.
Yeah, you learned something. It's right. Dorothy Joe, what will Bob say?
Well, I think we've argued almost under any circumstance, but I cannot remember once standing around naked and having a fight. No, I'd say never.
Okay, you'll say no, you never have. That's a good question. I like this. Bob, have you ever argued while you were both in the nude, yes or no?
Oh, this is a very difficult question because there are so many years involved. Dorothy Joe and I were born married. And I have really been thinking about it, and I cannot remember ever arguing in the nude.
That's correct. That's exactly what the lady said.
I don't know. There was...
Steady, Blues, steady.
There was one occasion about 18 years ago when we almost did, but I still had my left bedroom slipper on.
So then you don't qualify.
No.
Sorry, sir. Marcy, what will Bill say?
Well, you know, I'm sure that we have. I think that's very true. It's hard to, because if you forget about the argument and start realizing what you're doing, it's silly, and you can't, but we have.
You have? Oh, you have, eh?
Yes.
Do you remember a specific
It
about
wasn't, we don't, I mean, it's no big argument, but yes, I do remember a specific time. I don't know if...
Do you remember anything else about it that you'd care to mention?
No.
No. Do the best I can. It is called Tattletales, you know. All right, you say yes. Here comes Bill. Bill, have you ever argued, both of you argued, while you were both in the nude? Yes or no?
It would be very difficult to argue in the nude. I would think you wouldn't know what to address yourself to.
Yeah.
I'd say no.
No, Marcy said yes. She knew
I guess she knew where to look.
She knew where to look. What to yell at. Dorothy Joe and Bob are right and get the whole thing for the blues section. We'll come back in a moment with a $300 question and we'll decide to put something on and we'll talk about it.
Hi. Us on our social media platforms at Buzzer TV. And let's play.
Hard work. Hello. This question is worth $300. This one will decide the issue. We're going to move it just a little bit. And you got to catch up with Dorothy Joe and Bob. They have come from behind and forged into the lead. Men, which of the two of you is more self-disciplined? You or your wife? Good question. Which of the two of you is more self-disciplined? You or your wife? Goodbye. We'll start with you, Patty, between you and Pat.
Okay, I think I'm more self-disciplined. I hope that's what he's going to answer. Bear with me, red section.
All right, he will say, I'm asking him too.
Yes,
he will say you.
That I am the one who's most self-disciplined.
Right, here he comes.
Okay.
Pat, which of the two of you is more self-disciplined, you or Patty?
That's simple. My wife.
That's it. Thank you, Pat. Marcy, between you and Bill.
I'm afraid to answer another question. I am more self-disciplined.
I think so, huh?
I hope Bill says that. I really am. Oh, they don't believe it.
You hope he says
I don't blame you.
Because you hope he realizes that, is what you're saying. In what way is he not as self-disciplined as he should be?
Oh, I didn't, that's not what I said. I just am more in every area, maybe compulsive about it.
I see. He is disciplined, but you're...
Oh, he's absolutely, you said who's more. I didn't say to his detriment, he's
not.
No,
you didn't. You did not. I don't mean, you may step down, I've at least witnessed your honor. No, I didn't want to trap you. Which of the two of you is more self-disciplined? And you will say you are more so.
And I'm afraid.
No, don't be afraid.
He's going to go.
No,
he's going to say he is and I'm leaving.
No, don't you dare. Here he comes. Captain, which of the two of you is more self-disciplined, you or Marcy?
I wish I had Marcy's discipline. She's more disciplined.
That's correct. That's what you said. You got it. Look at this. This is very interesting because this will decide the game. Right here, Dorothy Joe.
Yeah, and it sounds like we're all on an ego trip here, but I think Barker's going to say I am, although he is we're both just, all real great at it.
Yeah.
But I think he'll probably say I am.
You think he'll say you?
Yeah, right.
All right.
I guess.
Here he comes. Bob, this is for the game, sir. Which of the two of you is more self-disciplined, you or Dorothy Joe?
You said you wanted to move it along. I shall move it along. I am more self-disciplined.
No, that's not what Dorothy Joe said. You believe it?
The only reason he says that, I still smoke. I'm the only person in the world who still smokes.
The doctor told her to stop smoking, and she is still smoking.
All right, Marcy.
I told her to stop insulting my mother, and she is still insulting me.
Marcy, Bill, and Patty and Pat split that $300 in half, and look who comes from behind and wins it. Marcy and Bill for the bananas. We'll return in a moment and give the bananas to the bananas.
This review are free with zero obligation to enroll. Call now. Just call 800-764-9841 now. That's 800-764-9841.
The big winners today, the bananas. Marcy and Bill with $300. We will add $1,000. They will divide $1,300 in the banana section. Thank you, everybody, for watching some Tattle Tales. We'll see you next time. Bird Conversation. So on.
This is Dean Wood speaking for Tattle Tales, a Mark Knudsen, Bill Condon production. Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattle Tales. And here's the star of Tattle Tales, Bert Convey.
Thank you, everybody. And welcome to Tattle Tales, and thank you, my dear. It's a lovely outfit you have on today, really. We're in greens almost, aren't we? That's a green, isn't it? Turquoise? Oh, thank you. In the blue section corrected me. I knew somebody would tell me. Somebody's always telling me something. Here the people are going to tell you something today about themselves and also about how much money they're going to win for you. For the blue section today, we have Mr. William Shatner and his wife, Marcy Lafferty. For the banana section today, Mr. Pat Cooper and his wife, Patty Cooper. And for the red section today, from The Price is Right, Mr. Bob Barker and his wife, Dorothy Joe.
Seems like a long time since we've seen each other.
It sure does, doesn't it? My God. Here we are with a new time change for Price is Right, too.
That's right.
Let's do that real quick, because I want everybody to know about that. We should tell them.
I want them to know even more than you do, probably, Bert. It will now be at 10 o'clock in the East, 10 to 11,
Yes.
9 o'clock in the West, 9 to 10,
Right.
and Match Game will follow our show
Right.
at 11 o'clock in the East and at 10 o'clock in the West.
Move to the morning.
Yeah.
And here we go. The first question is for the ladies. It's worth $150 to your rooting sections. Ladies, Dear Abby says that a woman can be provocative to men by the way she dresses, by the way she talks to them, and by the way she looks at them. In which way do you think you're most provocative to men? By the way you dress, talk to them, or look at them? Good question. In which way do you think you're most provocative to men? By the way you dress, by the way you talk to them, or by the way you look at them? Off you go, ladies. This will be rather revelatory to all of us, won't it?
Wow, that's a terrific question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really revelatory.
In Marcy's case.
Marcy dresses extremely well.
Yes.
Great taste.
Wears clothes wonderfully.
Really, but she doesn't dress in a provocative to provoke men.
Oh.
But she dresses to enhance herself, which could be termed provocative.
I've always found it that way.
Now, what are you talking about? The second thing is speaking to, right?
Speaking to them.
She
Talk to them.
doesn't speak to men to provoke men, but she has a low, sexy voice.
Yes.
And when she looks, she has great green eyes.
Yes.
Which kind of like looking deep into, it's like looking into your suit.
Yes.
So, I don't know what she
Look
would
into
do.
my suit.
What's the question again?
Which way do you think she is the most provocative to men?
She probably the total picture, which is dressing.
Okay. That's interesting because what we said is the way they think they are the most provocative to men.
Right.
So it may not even be something they are consciously doing, but...
Exactly. But the thing that she would choose to do most positively is her dressing.
Right. Okay. It's the dress. Is that right?
No.
Yes. Here she comes. Marcy, which way do you think you are the most provocative to men? By the way you dress, by the way you talk to them, or by the way you look at them?
Oh, gee, I think by the way I dress.
That's correct. Wow. That's fascinating. That's hard to do.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Process of deduction, elimination.
Yeah, but I see all of them are good. Marcy does all. Thank you, Marcy. Pat, they're all good. You know what I mean?
Two series in one series.
Bert, if Marcy would put on your suit, she'd drive him wild. You know?
Marcy, you'll never know what we're talking about. It's not important. Pat, what will Patty say?
When you ask her the question again.
Most provocative to men, by the way she dresses, by the way she talks to them, or by the way she looks at them?
Dress.
By the way she dresses?
Yes, that's how she feels. She's provocative toward men.
Yes.
Right, I say dress.
Really?
Not really, but I have to say something. It'll make strange there. That's my answer.
Okay.
Don't turn me around.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push it. I wanted to be sure
This is
that
an easy answer. What? She's going to say, what is he talking about? Go ahead.
Okay, it'll be by the way she dresses. Here she comes. Patty, which way do you think you're most provocative to men? By the way you dress, by the way you talk to them, or by the way you look at them?
Well, I hope my husband got this one right. It's really a difficult question. It's between two of them, but I'm going to say the way I talk to them.
No. Oh, what was the other one?
You never say a word to nobody.
What was the other one?
You don't even talk to me.
Because or the way I what was the middle question?
Dress or look at them?
Oh no, it's not the way I dress. Look at them.
Right, you're wrong all three times.
Honey, we just changed for the show,
I know.
and you were there for 4 hours. That took two guys to get you out of there. You thought everything was all wrong, and you were perfect. You were nude, but you were perfect.
No, in fact, your third choice is the one that Pat said. By the way you dress.
Oh.
That's what he said.
I think that's terrific.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about getting it wrong, but I think that's terrific.
Well,
I have $75 here.
glad we kept you two together. The bananas are not too choked up about it.
Excuse me, but I didn't say that because I really don't think, of all the time I put into it, that I ever look provocative.
Yeah. Well, you do.
Well, thank you.
So there you are.
Thank
What
you.
makes ball games. This is only a ball game. Bob, what will Dorothy Jo say?
I think that Dorothy Jo will say her voice, because I've told her many times that I love her voice. I think her voice is much like another great sex symbol, Humphrey Bogart. And I love her voice. She knows that.
Here she comes. Dorothy Jo, which way do you think you're most provocative to men? By the way you dress, by the way you talk to them, or by the way you look at them?
We can just say are none of the above. Well, none of them, but I'd say, I guess, talk.
That's the one. On the button. You got it. I won't tell you what Bob said, but you're here. You're right, and Marcy and Bill are right. Split the first question in half, and we'll come back and forth to question number 2.